Hey there guys, it's Friday night and I've got some mint and some alcohol. Who's with me?
He drinks a whiskey drink, he drinks a vodka drink, he drinks a lager drink, he drinks a cider drink, he sings the songs that remind him of the good times, he sings the songs.
The mint julep cocktails. The mint julep has been associated with the horse racing event called the Kentucky Derby since 1938. So that might explain why it goes so well with equines and gambling. It's also surprisingly easy to make and only has a couple of ingredients. So let's walk you through what you need. First of all, 10 mint leaves. That's just an estimate. You can have more or less, up to you and your taste. Second most importantly, 1.5 teaspoons of sugar. Again, depending on your sweet tooth, you might want more. Seltzer water, hopefully not in a novelty bottle, but just regular seltzer water from the supermarket. Some ice, crushed ice is recommended, but really you can just use stuff from your freezer rather. And here we go, here's the most important ingredient of all. 2.5 ounces of Kentucky bourbon whiskey, the brand of your choice. Now, an important thing to keep in mind with this drink is that all of these proportions are negotiable. So depending on your taste and the taste of your friends, feel free to experiment, add a little bit, take a little bit out. It's all good. The first ingredient that you're going to be grabbing is the 10 or more, if you wish, mint leaves. Don't worry, my hands are totally clean. Just throw them into a glass of your choosing. Follow up with 1.5 teaspoons of sugar. When I field tested this, I found that people preferred way more sugar than a lot of the recipes I came across. So, you know, if you want to just dump the whole thing in there, go crazy. Now that you've got the sugar and leaves in, you want to muddle them. You're supposed to use a muddler, but you can also just use a spoon if you don't have a drink muddler. All you really need to do is mush them around until the leaves start to break down. The more the better. Get some of those essential oils to coalesce with the sweet stuff. So just go crazy and take out your anger on those mint leaves and that delicious sugar until you're ready. Next up, seltzer water. You can kind of eyeball how much seltzer water you want depending on how strong you want your drink. A splash will do, but if you'd like to make it a little bit more palatable, you can add way more than I added right here. About a cup of ice, give or take. Again, just used regular ice, but crushed ice is a little better for the flavors if you can get a hold of it. Just pour that all into your glass. Next up, most important part, 2.5 ounces of Kentucky bourbon whiskey. I use Jim Beam because why not? That's not an ad for Jim Beam, but it's good stuff, so why not? Another helpful thing to remember is that a shot glass is 1 fluid ounce, making it easier to measure your drinks. After that, you want to stir all the flavors together as best you can. You really have to get this in there because otherwise it just tastes strongly of whiskey. And you should also add a little bit more seltzer water to top it off, depending on how full your glass is. All the sweet minty stuff is going to be at the bottom unless you really mix it good. So just make sure that the drink is very well blended before you serve it to your guests. Finally, sprig of mint is your last touch. See you guys at the races. Enjoy.
I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down.
Thanks for watching.